Hey everyone, Jeff Corwin here. Today, we're going on an adventure, but we don't need to travel to a dense jungle or a remote desert. Our subject is right here, probably in your kitchen or buzzing near your window. I'm talking about the common housefly, Musca domestica. You've seen them a million times, right? They're that little buzzing insect that seems to appear out of nowhere, especially on a warm day. Most people just see them as a nuisance, something to shoo away with a wave of the hand. But if you look closer, you'll find a creature that is incredibly complex and surprisingly important to our world. It's a true survivor. These little guys are one of the most widespread insects on the planet. They live on every continent except Antarctica, and they've followed humans wherever we've settled. This close relationship with people is no accident. They thrive in the environments we create. From bustling cities to quiet farms, if there are people, there are likely houseflies. They are masters of finding food and shelter right under our noses. So, while we might find them annoying, their success story is a fascinating tale of adaptation and survival that has been unfolding for thousands of years, right alongside our own. Think about it. What makes this tiny insect so successful? How can something so small be so resilient and so everywhere? The answer lies in their incredible biology and their amazing life cycle. They are perfectly designed for their lifestyle. They can find a meal in the tiniest crumb, escape danger with lightning-fast reflexes, and reproduce at a mind-boggling speed. We often dismiss them without a second thought, but we're missing out on one of nature's most incredible stories. So let's dive in and get to know the secret life of the housefly. You might just find a new respect for this common visitor. Our journey begins with a closer look at the fly itself. It's more than just a pair of wings and a buzzing sound. It's a high-tech flying machine, a walking chemical sensor, and a key player in the ecosystem. By understanding the housefly, we're not just learning about an insect, we're learning about the delicate balance of nature, the spread of disease, and even new frontiers in science. So stick with me as we shrink down to the world of the housefly. It's going to be an amazing ride, and I promise you'll never look at that buzzing dot in your house the same way again. Let's get up close and personal with a housefly. What do you see? They're usually a dull gray or black, about 1/4 of an inch long, with 4 dark stripes on their thorax, which is the middle part of their body. But the real magic is in the details. Look at their eyes. Those 2 giant reddish orbs are not simple eyes like ours. They are compound eyes, made up of thousands of tiny individual lenses called ommatidia. Each lens captures a small piece of the picture, and the fly's brain puts it all together like a mosaic. This gives them an almost 360-degree view of the world, making it super hard to sneak up on them. Now, let's talk about how they fly. A housefly has only 1 pair of wings, unlike many other insects that have 2. But these wings are incredible. They can beat up to 200 times per second, allowing the fly to hover, fly backward, and change direction in an instant. What about the second pair of wings? They've evolved into tiny club-like structures called halteres. These act like gyroscopes, giving the fly amazing balance and stability in the air. This is why they are such agile and acrobatic flyers, able to perform complex maneuvers to escape a swat or land upside down on the ceiling. How does a housefly eat? They don't have teeth to chew their food. Instead, they have a mouth part that looks like a sponge on a straw, called a proboscis. When a fly lands on something tasty, like a forgotten piece of fruit, it spits out saliva or digestive juices onto the food. These juices dissolve the food into a liquid soup. Then the fly uses its spongy mouthpart to slurp it all up. This unique way of eating is efficient, but it's also how they can spread germs from one surface to another, which we'll get into later. It's a fascinating, if slightly gross, feeding strategy. And we can't forget their legs. A housefly's 6 legs are not just for walking. At the end of each leg are tiny claws and sticky pads called pulvilli. These pads secrete a glue-like substance that allows the fly to grip onto almost any surface, whether it's a smooth window pane or a ceiling. This is how they can defy gravity and walk upside down without falling. Every part of the housefly, from its panoramic eyes to its sticky feet, is a perfect adaptation that has made it one of the most successful insects on Earth. It's a true masterpiece of natural engineering. The housefly's ability to survive is amazing, but its ability to reproduce is truly mind-blowing. The life cycle of a housefly is incredibly fast, which is a key reason why they are so common. It all starts with a tiny, white, rice-shaped egg. A single female housefly can lay batches of about 75 to 150 eggs at a time, and she can lay several batches over just a few days. In her short lifetime of a few weeks, she can lay over 500 eggs. She looks for warm, moist, and decaying organic matter to lay them in, like garbage cans, compost piles, or animal manure. These places provide the perfect food source for her offspring. Within just a day, sometimes in as little as 8 hours, the eggs hatch into larvae. You probably know them by another name, maggots. These are small, white, worm-like creatures with no legs. Their only job is to eat and grow. They burrow into the decaying material they were born in, constantly feeding. This stage is crucial for their development, as they store up all the energy they will need for the rest of their lives. The larval stage lasts for about 4 to 7 days, during which they shed their skin multiple times as they get bigger. They are nature's cleanup crew from the moment they hatch. Once the larva has eaten enough and grown to its full size, it crawls to a dry, cool place to begin the next stage of its transformation. It forms a hard, dark brown, capsule-like shell around itself, called a puparium. Inside this protective case, the pupa undergoes a miraculous change, a process called metamorphosis. The legless, worm-like larva completely reorganizes its body, developing wings, legs, compound eyes, and all the other features of an adult fly. This pupal stage typically lasts for about 3 to 6 days. It's like a complete system reboot, hidden away from the world. Finally, the adult fly is ready to emerge. It pushes its way out of the pupal case, unfolds its wings, and lets them dry. Within a few hours, it's ready to fly off, feed, and start the cycle all over again. The entire process from egg to adult can be completed in as little as a week in warm weather. This incredibly rapid life cycle means that a small fly problem can become a big one very quickly. It's a strategy that has ensured the housefly's survival and its constant presence in our world. It's a race against time, and the housefly almost always wins. So, we know houseflies are amazing survivors, but what do they do all day? They are most active during the daytime, and their behavior is driven by simple needs: finding food, staying safe, and reproducing. They have a keen sense of smell and are attracted to a wide range of substances, especially things that are sweet or decaying. This is why they are often found in kitchens, buzzing around fruit bowls, or near garbage bins. They land frequently, not just to eat but also to taste with their feet. Their legs have chemical receptors that tell them if a surface is a potential food source. This constant landing and tasting is what makes them a health concern. Because they are attracted to things like garbage, manure, and rotting carcasses, their bodies and legs get covered in bacteria, viruses, and other germs. When a fly lands on these unsanitary materials, it picks up pathogens. Then, when it flies into your home and lands on your sandwich or a kitchen counter, it can transfer those germs. This is how they can spread diseases like Salmonella, E. coli, and typhoid fever. Their feeding habit of spitting on food also helps transfer these dangerous microbes, making them a serious pest from a public health perspective. But there's another side to this story. While they can be pests, houseflies and their larvae play a vital role in the environment as decomposers. By laying their eggs in decaying matter, they unleash an army of maggots that are incredibly efficient at breaking down and recycling waste. They help clean up dead animals, rotting plants, and manure, returning nutrients to the soil. Without flies and other decomposers, our world would be buried in waste. In this way, they are a critical part of the ecosystem's cleanup crew, turning death and decay back into life. They are nature's recyclers. Beyond their role in nature, houseflies have also become unlikely partners in science. Because they are easy to raise in a lab and have a short life cycle, scientists use them to study genetics, evolution, and disease. Researchers have even studied their incredible flight mechanics to help design better drones and flying robots. So the next time you see a housefly, remember it's more than just an annoying buzz. It's a complex creature that is both a pest and a partner, a disease carrier and a recycler. Understanding them helps us keep our homes healthy and gives us a deeper appreciation for the hidden connections in the natural world.